it's me again, and I am trying something new today. I am actually going to try to can my own tomatoes. Now, these are not homegrown. These are grown from a friend's garden, and I have already cored a bunch of these lovely tomatoes. There's some already in the pot that I'm bringing to a boil. This water is from where I almost overflowed it, so I was pulling water out. But anyways, what you're gonna do, you're gonna core all of your tomatoes. If you've got a big bunch of tomatoes, you're gonna core them. And then you're gonna bring them to a rolling boil for about 10 to 15 minutes, just long enough so that they can soften and that peel can, or that, yeah, the peel of the tomato can be easily just pulled right off of there. It'll wanna fall off. So we are going to let these boil. I've got another batch of them over here that needs to boil. And then once those are boiled, we're gonna pull them out and blanch them in a big bowl of ice water. And when we are ready to do that, I'll be right back. All right, the timer just went off, so I'm gonna be switching over my next, the first round of tomatoes into the ice water to blanch, and then I've got like 6 or 7 more tomatoes. Oh, and these are already so, I can tell just by putting the spoon underneath them. I've got several, about 6 or 7 more to boil for the next round. Oh my gosh, yeah, these are so soft. So I probably don't even have to boil them as long as I thought. So maybe bump it down to like just 7 to 10 minutes. These are so soft. Maybe they were a little more ripe. I don't know. I know nothing about this. This, like I said, this is the first time I'm learning with you guys. So maybe the more ripe they are, the less they have to boil. I don't know. This is total guess on my part. You can see another little pot back here is boiling. That's got my lids for my jars. So I'm gonna finish getting these out, put the next ones in, boil those, and then I'll be back once we're ready to move on to the next step. All right, the next timer went off. So I'm gonna be pulling these out of here. I already did practice peeling one, but that's our next step, is peeling these tomatoes so that we can next prep them for how we want them in our jars. So a lot of people I've seen from my research online do like, they quarter them and leave them in larger chunks. I'm not gonna be doing that because we are not chunky tomato kind of people. We like crushed. So I imagine I'm probably gonna use like one of my like ground beef chopper kind of things. It's got a star, it's like star shaped at the end. I'm gonna leave this giant one in there for just another minute. Let me show you the tool, to crush mine as best as I can. It's going to make it so much easier, I think, to get to the size I want. Here it is. It's in the dishwasher. So I have one of these tools. So you can get them anywhere. This particular one I ordered from a friend from their very popular, you know, business where you have parties and can buy kitchen items. So anyways, that's what I'll be using. To probably, yeah, that's definitely what I'll be using. I'll probably just crush them up as best as I can. So when you pull these out, again, don't pull the ones you just pulled out. These ones have blanched for a few minutes, probably the 8 to 10 minutes that the next round had boiled. So now I'm gonna peel these. Some of these peel, like this other one peeled super fast, super easy, pretty much all in one piece. This one, a little bit bigger, it's taking a little bit more work. I'm putting all the peels in my composter. My chickens will love these. You can see back there, I've got my water bath canner. It's not filled up yet. I was gonna wait till I got these ready in the jars to fill it up just because I've only got so many burners on my stove. But you're just gonna go through all of these and peel them so you have all the peels off. I'm not gonna make you sit and watch all of this, so I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I've gotten all of those ones done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out these other 2 that I left in there a little bit longer because they were hot, ginormous, and that hurt. Woo, that hurt. Don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. You're gonna move the tomatoes over to your cold water without using your bare fingers to get it. Whew, that one hurt. Okay, let's pull that water down. We're gonna pull that water down. So, okay, so pulling the peel off of some of these was way easier than others. From what I've seen, there's not anything wrong if you end up with a few peel pieces in your tomatoes. It's not gonna hurt it. Oh yeah, but look, see this big one? Ooh, that is still hot, Becca. Bad move. Where's my grown-up? I need a grown-up to help me with it. Whew. Let this girl in the kitchen. All right. Got the peels off of that one. That was hot. That was hot. I'm telling you. And see, some of them I've just had to kind of squeeze. This one's still a little warm, a little steamy. And the peel has come, like you kind of squish it around a little bit and the peel kind of just loosens right up from the wall. Or the tomato loosens up from the wall of the peel. All right. And there they are. And I've got my little chopper here. I'm just gonna sit here and chop and chop and chop. Now, a lot of these, I really should have an apron on. A lot of this, I'll strain out some of the juice. So I have 1 jar of tomato juice, and that's actually gonna be a much smaller jar. But I'm gonna keep as much of the tomatoes, which really, I have 4 larger than a quart. Is this a quart? No, yeah, it's a quart. It's a quart. I have 4 quart jars ready. I do not have 4 quarts worth of tomato in here. So I'm going to chop this up till my heart is content. And one thing I am gonna do is get a bowl ready because I'm gonna pour out as much of the juice as I possibly can. That's gonna require an additional setup here. Okay, so I've got this here that I'll be able to catch the extras in, and I'm not gonna do it super fast because I'm not gonna overwhelm my bowl there, but enough to effectively drain it. I should move this so y'all can see. So see, I've just got a little colander bowl here, straining as much of the juice as I can out of it. While it's in here, I'm going to, I really probably should have used a bigger bowl underneath, but it is what it is. Not stressing about it now. And now there's a bunch of seeds, but I have a splatter screen or I have another tool that we will use to get the seeds out. In a perfect world, I would have gone over what supplies you're gonna need at the beginning of this, but I'm kind of doing it on the fly because I'm learning as I go. Since I've never done this, this is a pure how-to with someone learning with I have no extra learning curve on doing this than what you've got. All right, so I'm gonna finish draining the rest of all of that. I went ahead and got another big bowl so that I can finish draining the rest of this. And putting the remnants, the crushed tomatoes, in a larger bowl. But I'm gonna continue this process of straining out the tomatoes from the juice. And there are some seeds going down in the juice. Like I said, that's what I've got this extra little strainer tool for. We're gonna use it to get all the seeds out of there before we put the juice into a jar for canning. Okay, so I've got everything, all the extra juice squeezed out here. I've got all my tomatoes as crushed as I'm gonna be able to get them, which is fine. I'll hold them up here so you can kind of see there. They're as crushed as I'm gonna be able to get them. And I think for when I'm doing my marinara sauce, because that's what I'm really excited to use these for, then you're gonna get the whole picture. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strain all those seeds out of so you can see there's a bunch of seeds down in there. Hopefully none of them are smaller than this little strainer. And we are going to hopefully catch them all. I think we're gonna catch most of them. So that is going to continue to strain, and I may have just plopped a whole bunch of seeds down in there, but that's okay. So I'm gonna set that the way it's designed. Please, Lord, don't let that fall. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your jars, move that out of the way. You're gonna put 1 teaspoon of lemon juice on the inside of each of the jars. I'm really hoping I only need 4. If not, I've got others, but you know. Woo! Pull the muscle out. So per the ball canning instructions, you want to put a teaspoon of lemon juice in with each of your jars. It does something, I don't know the science, but you need to use it. Perfectly fine. So I'm going to get some of this out of the way, let more of it strain out. This is working very well. It's pretty much just a thick paste of seeds, a little bit of tomato juice, but I'm not super concerned about that last little bit. This is gonna come right over here to the seed. Yeah. So now we've got our tomato juice. That's gonna go right back in here. I said I was gonna strain it again. I can. Here we go. I have another small one. That'll work. Yep, go straight through. Perfect. Oh, I'm seeing a few seeds. I mean, we're talking maybe 10 to 15 seeds in there that didn't get caught the first round. So that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and start with my juice. Since it pours and it's easy, let's go ahead and do that. I probably should have done some smaller. Oh. All right. Here we go. We're going to put our crushed tomatoes in. Again, I've already put in my lemon juice, and it looks like I may not even need, this may only be enough for 2 jars, and that is perfectly fine. I'll use the lemon juice that I put in the extra one in the other jar that I'm going to have for that 1 cup of tomato juice. So there's that. Here we are. Oh, this is going to be so good to use either in some chili this fall. Y'all, I cannot wait to start getting out my fall recipes, using my crock pot more. I just cannot wait. I cannot wait. I love everything about a crock pot. What season of year it is when you use it, the smells, what it does to the smell of your house, how much it frees up your time. Oh, I just love everything about it. All right. So that one's only like half full. So I'm probably going to get a smaller jar, dump that in because I hate a half empty jar. I mean, I could go ahead and dump that in there and just make it. That's what we'll do. Waste, not another jar. We're going to put the rest of that juice in there. Call it a day. So we've got a full jar of juice, a full jar of tomatoes, and half a jar of tomatoes and about a cup of juice that we were able to get out of about, I don't know, 15 tomatoes. They weren't all super big or anything. It was just kind of a plethora of some extras that a friend of mine had. So we're gonna water bath these. What you're gonna do, again, I'm not gonna go over the full process. I'm not gonna make you stare at them as I'm doing it all. But you're gonna lid up these jars. You're going to seal them, and you're gonna water bath them for 45 minutes. All right. So yep, gonna seal these up, put them in the water bath for about 45 minutes. They're gonna be good to go. So I'll post another picture, hopefully right here. And hopefully they've come out fine, they're good. We're gonna let them come down to room temperature, and then we're gonna store them, and they'll be good for storing for about up to a year. So thank you guys for watching me feel my way through this. Tell me what I did wrong, I don't care. Tell me what I did right. Give me tips for being better prepared. Whatever you need to do in the comments, I'm an open book, so bring it on. Have a good day and enjoy.